delighted to be here today. My name is Orla McGowan. I'm the Programme Manager for Education at the HSE. So my job is to link with the HSE and with the Department of Education and the Department of Health on topics related to health and wellbeing. So a lot of this has already been gone through. So obviously I'm working under the Healthy Ireland framework, and the two main strategies there, the National Physical Activity Plan and the National Obesity Policy, just in relation to kind of physical activity. There are other policies on sexual health and substance misuse as well. So, as already gone over, we do have a difficulty in that 4 out of 5 children in Ireland are not meeting the guidelines for physical activity. And how we try to encourage that is through implementing a whole school approach to physical activity. So basically, we run the Health Promoting Schools programme that I'm sure you're aware of. We're a member of Schools for Health in Europe, and I have responsibility for that programme in Ireland. And there's about 3,200 primary schools in Ireland, and about 730 post-primary schools in Ireland. And at about 20% of each, 20% of the primary and 20% of the post-primary are involved in health promoting schools. And what that basically involves is the school bringing together a small team, appointing a coordinator, doing a consultation then with staff, with students, with parents, deciding on what topics they might cover, what topics the school community think are most in need and should be covered in that school. And then the team, which will include students, teachers, parents, will come together and decide, okay, what actions are we going to take? And the actions that they have to take are under these 4 headings, which are similar to the headings that are in the Junior Cycle Wellbeing Guidelines. And we're currently looking at how these two, the health promoting schools and the changes that the department are making in terms of wellbeing are going to line up. But essentially what it involves is, so for the environment, so for example, if a school chose to do a topic like healthy eating, they'd first look at the environment of the school and look at, do we have a canteen, do we have a tuck shop, what is our healthy, what food is made available here in the school, and can we take steps towards making that healthier. In terms of curriculum and learning, if the school had chosen healthy eating, it would be about their healthy eating lessons on nutrition that would be part of the SPHE programme. Are they being taught? Some schools would also look at their home economics curriculum, and they would look at what are the recipes that are being taught as part of home economics, and could they be made healthier. Then if the schools look at policy and planning, so they look at their healthy eating policy, and they review that with the parents, with the students, they try to improve that, and they try to, I know some schools have tried to ban fizzy drinks, some schools are banning energy drinks, but these things they're easier, we find, to police at primary school and not as easy to police at post-primary. And then partnerships, so how is the school linking with parents? How is the school linking with other people in the community that might be able to support them? So that's the overall model. And then equally, if a school chose to do physical activity, they could do activities across these 4 areas, but also as part of it, we would also very much encourage schools to do the active school flag. The 2 processes would be very aligned. So for example, if a school were to choose physical activity under health promoting schools, what they might do is they might look at their playground, and they might look at what space they had available within the school to promote physical activity. As some schools have chosen to move away from the traditional uniform, and the students wear a tracksuit every day, so it encourages physical activity. Then if you look at the curriculum and learning, are they doing their the PE in the way that they should? Are they meeting the guidelines set out by the department? But also, are they learning about physical activity as part of their SPHE classes? So as part of SPHE, the students should be learning about the benefits of physical activity, and are they included? And then in terms of policy and planning, it would be in relation to the department's requirements in relation to the PE. Are And is there are there kind of included in departments in the school's annual plan? Are there things we'd say, for example, in relation to having a homework policy that included physical activity, or policies in relation to physical activity at break time or after school? And then finally, in terms of partnerships, that would be in relation to linking with sports clubs in the local community, or linking with parents in relation to encouraging physical activity at home, or even bringing the parents in to events that might be happening in the school to promote physical activity. So in some schools they might have brought in things like a walk before school, where the staff, the students, and sometimes the parents will go on a walk, walk on Wednesday, but they'll go on a walk before school begins in the morning. Or equally, they even bring in, they brought in yoga teachers, to do yoga with the staff, or Zumba classes for parents. So it can really be anything that the school decides they'd like to do, and the kind of idea is they draw on the resources that are in their community and the resources that are within the school to support them to achieve greater levels of physical activity within the school. So we have and then, as I said, if they do choose to do physical activity, we'd always be encouraging the schools to go for their active school flag as part of that. And we would encourage it in our training. So we would run training days to support health promoting schools. We would have about 90 training days in total. It's a collaboration with the Department of Education and Skills, where they support teachers to be released from schools in order to attend the training. We have about 40 staff members that deliver the training all around the country, and these are some of the resources. I've handed them out there so that you can have a look, that we've developed to support that training. So Get Active in the Classroom would be one. So this is just ideas that teachers can use in order to encourage activity at break time or at lunchtime. Teachers would often say that it helps with concentration and focus if you let particularly primary school children stand up and jump around for a little while. So these are other ideas that the schools might take on as part of that. We also fund the Active After School. This is a training programme for teachers to encourage physical activity after school, where the students might be kept behind to partake in games and sports and different activities. Then in terms of active playgrounds, so this would be to support schools that are that want to improve want to do some work on their playgrounds. So we have playground markings. I have copies of them there, photographs of them there. So these are basically stencils that are available from health promotion offices, and schools take a loan of them, bring them to their school, mark their playgrounds, and it facilitates games like hopscotch, or I don't know what some of those other games are called, but school games in the playground. Yeah. And there again, they've done some of this kind of work where they've developed active walls or climbing walls. Then Get Your School Walking. This is another initiative that is very much being done in collaboration with partners, and it's around schools developing walkways and around their own school, and encouraging also children to walk to school, travelling to school, cycling and walking to school, and that's something that is also supported by both the Active School Flag and by Green Schools. So the idea is that there's various different initiatives that are available to the schools, and we do make huge efforts to work in partnership with one another in relation to it.